Hello, my name is Sarah. Welcome to the It is a Sarah podcast. Today it is Monday, November 24, 2025, and in this episode I will show you my handwerk perikelen. That's a Dutch word for my creative adventures from this week. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English. I love to knit, I love to crochet, and I love to talk, so that's the perfect combination for making this podcast. I make my episodes in Dutch and in English, so be sure you pick the right one. This is the English one. If you want to watch it with subtitles or with even voiceovers, you can check your settings symbol down below. Hello. I have a problem with my knitting. It is in this lovely project bag, one of my favorites. It is my son's sweater. I'm struggling with it. I started very well. Last Wednesday, I guess, I was knitting away all the cables quite easily. And when I filmed for my Dutch episode, I noticed a big mistake. You need to do increases in pattern, and as you can see, the stitch pattern is a rhythm of knit two columns, purl two, and then one cable, purl two, knit two. And I really love this basic looking pattern. It looks very classical. I love it. So I made a mistake. I need to go back quite some centimeters, but I fixed it, and now I am at the point. This is the back. It's a top-down sweater knitted from the back. So you start at the back, and so this part needs to come there. I finished my increases. I have the right amount of stitches. So I checked the pattern and I discovered something I don't like. You can see it here. As you can see, the rhythm of the cable column and the knit two column is right now, but my increases are finished. So now I need to knit back and forth in pattern for quite some centimeters. But as you can see, as you can see, I have purl two, knit two, purl two, knit two. So it means my knit two column, which is actually a very neat and lovely detail, will travel down below. And then there will be a purl two column and again a knit two column. It interrupts the rhythm of the knit two, purl two column. No, sorry, the knit two and the cable columns. So I thought, oh no, I made a mistake again. But I checked the pattern, I calculated my stitches, my increases over and over again, and I realized I did exactly what the pattern told me. So I went to Ravelry to check the project pages to see other garments. I read some notes from other knitters. Some people were very happy with this pattern and described it as very clear and yeah, such a good pattern. There were also a few people not so happy with the pattern. They were confused, I guess, especially with the short rows at the front. I'm not there yet, so it's good, I'm prepared. But I couldn't see something about this part I am struggling with. And then I checked all the pattern, the project pages, all the pictures, and I think I found two sweaters with the same problem as I have. The underarm, I can show it. There are two knit two columns traveling through all the body, across all the body, I need to say, I guess. So let me see. It is the front porch sweater. I really love the look of the pattern, and yeah, until now I'm really happy with how it's written. Okay, it took me some time, but I found it. This is one of the examples. I think it was even a test knit, But as you can see, this is at the same point as I am. Now it's for further, and it's this part I'm talking about. As you can see, there are more knit 2 columns traveling there, even 3. So that's what I think I will have. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't match. But in her sweater, I can see this. It's really zoomed in. You can see the 2 stitch columns next to each other. It's not as the rest of the sweater. I don't like that. So I think it's part of the pattern. It's not mentioned as far as I have seen. So I think it's part of the pattern, but I don't want it that way. I really don't want to interrupt the rhythm between the cables and the knit 2 columns. So now I need to think what to do. I am thinking if I add more increases and go up one needle size, size. I am knitting size 5, so when I do my increases for size 6, I can do that, then it works. I can also go back 2 needles, skip the last 2 knit stitches, then I won't be okay because I still have the 2. Yeah, I need to go up one needle size. So before I will add 6 rows, 12 decreases, so it's matching again. I check that. I will measure my gauge because I'm not quite sure. I hope my gauge is a little bit off. I hope I knit a little bit tighter because then I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I have enough yarn for size 6. I don't know if the measurements for size 6 are matching my son's measurements. I picked one of his favorite sweaters and I checked the bust circumference and picked the size which was most close to that bust circumference. But I think it's better for the sweater to have a little bit more positive ease than when it's too fitted on him. I don't like it. I don't like that I need to decide. I just want to follow the pattern. But I don't want it that way. I also don't like it that it's not mentioned in the pattern, because it took me quite some time to figure out if I made a mistake or not. When it was mentioned there, you must be aware there would be a 2 stitch column extra in between and that it was okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still doubting if I am not doing things wrong, because there is a chance. I am a clumsy knitter, but I checked and checked, and because of the test knitter's sweater with the same problem, I think it is part of the pattern, but not for all sizes. So I will check my gauge, and I think the only option I have is go up one size. Yeah, okay. Okay, do I have something to count with? My needle?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 stitches. So let's check the pattern. 26. The gauge, the pattern's gauge is 24 stitches. Okay, that's good news for me, because my gauge is off. I need more stitches to create 10 centimeters. So it means when I go up one size, the sweater will be bigger, but the difference will be okay.
It's not calming my nerves for the yarn. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. The amount of yarn needed is the same for size 5 and 6. Okay. That calms my nerves. Okay, we will knit size 6. So I am really happy I can just finish. No, I can just keep on knitting. I don't have to go back. I don't have to do complicated calculations. I just can follow the instructions for size 6, and I think we will be okay then. Yeah. So I am really looking forward to pick up this knit again, but not now because I have an appointment with my parents. I will have a cup of tea at their place and I have something special to bring with me. I am really busy finishing my Christmas project together with my mom. We are knitting our whole family's scrappy stripy Christmas socks. My mom is already finished. I am not, and my deadline is December 1st, because I don't want to feel any stress. I want to enjoy the Advent period, the weeks before Christmas. I want to finish my son's sweater. I want to cast on and finish my daughter's sweater. So I don't want to feel stressed about the Christmas projects. And I think I will make it, but I need to knit. What I will bring to my mom, I think those 3 are these socks. They are all finished except for the yarn weaving in. I think weaving in yarn ends is a nice task to do while you have a nice chat and a cup of tea. And maybe my mom wants to help me. I won't ask her, she did her part. But maybe when I spread out those socks on the table and see there are 3 of them, she offers me to help, and I will be happy when she asks me. Wat heb je leuke kaartjes, It is November 20 today, and November is coming to an end. We are in the last bit of 2025, and I think 2 weeks ago I realized this is the perfect time of the year to do some fix, finish or frog, or I don't know if there's a fixed order to say those words. I watched a knitting podcast on YouTube a few years ago. It was a ginger woman. I thought she made the most beautiful things. She was a yarn dyer. I can't remember her name anymore. I can't find her on YouTube. But she was organizing a fix, frog or finish make-along. And when I searched for it, I discovered it is a thing, fix, finish or frog. No, I think it's most logical to say finish, fix, no. What do you do first? Fix, finish or frog? Or fix, frog or finish? It's not important, but she was organizing that make-along, and I thought that's very inspiring to go through all your whips, all the things on your needles, but also all the things in your wardrobe to check if there are some things which need a little fixing. Maybe there are some things on your needles you don't want to finish anymore, because yeah, things can change during time. And also there are always things you really need to finish. And in these last weeks of this year, I think it's perfect to go to all the things I own, works in progress, but also garments, to check if there's some fixing, finishing or frogging needed. Yeah, and today I picked something. I want to fix it. I hope today. I'm not sure if I will make it, but let me show it to you. This is my Syli cardigan. I made it last year. I think I finished it with Christmas 24, yeah, I think, last year. And I really love this cardigan. It's absolutely one of my favorites. It's a very Now, quite an oversized cardigan, very long, and I wear it as a coat, as a jacket, and it's always hanging on my chair downstairs. It's during the day, it's quite cold in our house. We have a wood stove we put on at the end of the afternoon, in the evening, to warm it up. And the wood stove also caused my fixing problem, because what happened a few weeks ago... Oh no! Can you see it? Is the light okay? I burned my cardigan. I was standing in front of the wood stove because it was cold, and I was checking DMs on Instagram on my phone, and I was quite close to the wood stove, but I didn't realize. And at some point my husband told me, you are aware you are quite close to the wood stove, and in the same second, at the same moment, there was that smell reaching in my nose. And I knew, oh no, oh no. And lucky me, it is a woolly yarn, and yeah, woolly yarn can have some heat, but not as much as I gave it. So there's a burning space, and also yeah, a hole. As you can see, the fabric is damaged. It was a little bit smaller, but yeah. So I will fix it today, and I did some thinking about it, how to fix it, and I'm not quite sure. But what I will do first is, I have a leftover of this yarn, lucky me, and I will reinforce the burned fabric with some needle felting. I have a brand new needle felting set. I never used. I bought it at my Dutch favorite online shop, little shop around the corner, and it's always a little bit of a challenge, because those needles, they will break pretty quickly, pretty easy. But I will do some needle felting. I see there is a little, but I also will use this to put it on. This, we call this een scheursponsje in Dutch. It is used for cleaning or for doing the dishes. This is really rough and this is soft, and I will use the soft place to put the fabric on. I will show it to you. I will bring you with me. But I have never done it before, so I have no idea how it will work out. But my plan is to reinforce the fabric. Maybe it's enough. Maybe that will look good to me. If not, I will knit a little piece of fabric in a fingering weight, a rustic yarn, I think brown or black, add a little woolly tattoo and sew it on this spot, like a patchwork detail, which is immediately a Sarah signature, a little bit of Sarah sauce. The idea is very hard jumping to me to add that little patchwork thing, so maybe I will do it anyway. Let's see how it will work. Yeah. Needle felting it is. Okay, this is pretty satisfying. I already knew needle felting is satisfying. I don't have much needle felt experiences, but when I worked as a Waldorf teacher at a Waldorf school, as a handwork teacher at a Waldorf school, I did do some needle felting with the kids. And now I remember two things. One is that the needles are really fragile. I don't know if you can see it. I already broke one. You have to be aware to put your needle straight into the fabric, and I quite often do it with this angle, and you need to do it with that angle. So I have 3 needles left, so let's do it a little bit more patient. The other thing, the magic of a needle felt needle, and I think it's quite hard to see, is those little tiny, in Dutch we call it weerhaakjes, the sharp edges from the needle. Normally a needle is glad, is glad? No, glad means happy. That's in Dutch we call it glad. It is even, but with those sharp edges, the magic is happening because you push your needle into the fabric, and the soft underground is really important, and then you go up and you let the woolly fiber catch into each other, the different fibers. It's very hard for me to explain, but it really works, and I'm so happy because, as you can see, I needle felted in this yarn, and it is a marled yarn, so a marled yarn is very forgivable. I need to be aware to not make it too thick. This part is a little bit on the thick side. You can't really see it on screen, but you can feel it. So I really need to be aware to only travel 1 single strand of yarn and needle felt it. I am pretty sure, I only did a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I don't need to knit an extra piece of fabric for the reinforcement. I think it's enough, and I think it looks okay. But I can't let go the idea of a woolly tattoo. So I was thinking I can do a needle felt woolly tattoo. Okay. I finished the needle felting part, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. And again, because of the marled yarn, it blends pretty good. I did leave some of the original brown burnt fiber. And also here is a little bit of a burnt shade. I actually love the color of my burnt cardigan, but because the stitches were dropping, I needed to reinforce them. Yeah, this is how the inside looks. You see the needle felt part. It is really felted. I really love doing it. I think it looks perfect. You can feel it because it is thicker. There's an extra layer. Yeah, as I said, I can't let go the idea of a woolly tattoo, and I thought I can needle felt it instead of embroider. I don't think I ever needle felted a flower before. I broke another needle, so I am working with my 3rd needle. It is there. I am doubting to double it, but maybe it will get too thick. Oh. There is a hole right there. That's not good. There are many holes. It's not good at all. Do you see the holes? The needle felt part is not as strong as I thought. Maybe I need to do some needle felting in the other direction. Okay, I did some extra needle felting. One layer of vertical wool was not enough to cover the holes. So I did an extra layer of horizontal yarn at the back side, and now both front and back looked a little bit felted, so it was more visible but also necessary. And a woolly tattoo was not only a nice extra nice finishing touch, but also very much needed to cover the felted fabric. And I made it a little bit thicker. I didn't use a pattern, I didn't check anything. I must confess, maybe I should have done that, but... So what I now need to do for the finishing touch is add some green leaves and also the heart of the flower. I will use this off-white for it, or actually the color is straw. I think I have yellow, but I'm too lazy to search for it, to look for it. So I think this... Okay, I'm not quite sure what to think about the end result. I love the look. My flowers are quite rough and thick, and I know you can make very detailed art with needle felt. I don't have the desire to be someone who can do that, so I didn't check any tutorial. I just tried. And I love actually the messy rough look. What I don't love is the thickness of the mended part of the cardigan. It's really thick, and this part of the fabric, it lost its drape. As you can see, the rest of the cardigan is quite drapey and flexible, and this part, this is the inside, it is bulping out. Yeah, so maybe I need to press it down a little bit. What I will do for now, I think it's a nice detail, and I think I need to needle felt a little bit more because it loosens up a little bit. Maybe I need to felt it more, and then I will put some pressure on it so it will flat down as much as possible. I can reblock it, but still the fabric is thicker, so it will never... Oh no, another hole! I lost my motivation. I just want to sit and knit. I am still not sure how my cardigan turned out. It is laying under 3 of my thickest knitting books, and I hope it will flat down a little bit.
And in the meantime, I am casting on a new project in a very, very bright pink. It will be a sweater for my daughter. She found a sweater in a store and she made pictures and I asked me if I could knit it for her. So that's what I am doing right now. I am knitting with Drops Air. I have never knitted with that yarn before. It feels very light, very fuzzy, and yeah, I think it will be okay. I was knitting a swatch. Apparently, I'm a swatcher now. I never was, but for some reason, I feel the need for swatching over and over again. And I think it was a good idea to swatch because this swatch was not how she wants her sweater to be. It was a little bit too loose. It was a swatch, a stitch gauge matching with the yarn, but the sweater was obviously machine knitted, so the gauge was way more tight than this gauge. I think now the difference was only a few stitches, but the look is very different. So after showing her this gauge, I made another one. So now I have a 17, this is a 17 stitch gauge, and now I have a 19 stitch gauge, but it's quite amazing how much different it will be. But I haven't knit it right here, so I can't show it. I will show you another time.
Hello, hello, good morning. It is Friday morning. I think it's around 9. I am preparing myself for my daily walk. It is pretty cold outside, sunny weather but cold. And I was collecting all the woolly layers, and at some point I wondered how many woolen items am I actually wearing. So I didn't count. I thought it would be fun to do it together with you. It's a little bit hard to see my whole outfit, so let's go to the mirror. Okay. It is the darker time of the year, so I hope the light is good enough to see what I'm wearing. So let me come a little bit closer. Yes, I know, I need to clean my mirror. Priorities, it is. I am wearing my anchor shawl. No, it's not good enough. The light is not good enough. Let's find another place. I think this is better. Okay, let's start on top. I am wearing my Hydra headband. It's dark brown. I have no idea if you can see it. It's a pattern by Lerke from Fiber Tales, and I love wearing it, especially with these temperatures, because it's covering my ears, so my ears are nice and warm. But also when it's very cold, my curls, they don't like cold, so they disappear a little bit, and with a headband it keeps it a little bit together. Then the second layer, the second item is my grandma core hood. It's my balaclava. I really love it. I finished it this year, I guess, the beginning of the year. It's the perfect item. I don't wear it this way pretty much, but it is just so nice to have a hoodie in your neck. I really love that. And when it's really cold, I can wear it. I don't wear hats because of my curls. It is a lace pattern, which actually doesn't make sense to keep the wind and the cold away from your head, but it looks adorable. And yeah, the Netherlands, it is not really cold here. Today it's, I think, 3 degrees, and that's pretty cold, but most of the winter it won't be colder than that. Then I'm wearing my, oh, it's the other way around. My anchor shawl. It's a pattern by a Dutch designer, Mirjam Molenbeek. It's an easy peasy triangle shawl. I knitted it in fingering weight. It's original written for DK weight, but you can quite easy modify it, and yeah, I really love it. Then I am wearing my Lauder vest. It's a pattern by Rebecca from the Crea Bea podcast. Yeah, with no sleeves. Then I am wearing my coffee bean cardigan, het koffieboontje. The coffee bean stitch is modification of the Knit 2 Purl 2. I made it last year. I used the current cardigan also from Rebecca as a base pattern, and I changed the stitch pattern, and I really love it. It's a V-shaped cardigan, but wearing it open-fronted over a vest is really lovely to add an extra layer. And this is knitted in Let Lopi. This is Ulrika Natur, I guess. Then I'm wearing my latest finished object, my new favorite cardigan. It does fit over another cardigan. I'm really happy. I was a little bit concerned about that, but it does fit. I'm also wearing fingerless mittens. This is a pattern by my knitting friend Marleen. Sunny Sea Knits. The pattern is called Marleen's Mittens. And it's actually written for scrappy yarn, so to use up your scraps, but I knitted it with one single skein of non-superwash merino from Wol uit het Zuiden, Dlana. I'm not quite sure. I will link my project pages down below. And then I have also some woolly layers right here. Can you see it like this? I need to put on my hiking shoes, but they are quite dirty. I am wearing, I don't know if you can see it, I am wearing nice long socks in a merino yarn from a Dutch dyer, and leg warmers. I love leg warmers. They are very long, black, Knit 2 Purl 2. Yeah, I really love them. So I think those are all my layers. I get overheated right now, but I still didn't count. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 1. 7. The leg warmers 10 and the socks 11. I'm wearing 11 handmade woolly items. I'm also wearing some woolly underlayers, a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, and a tank top. But they are store-bought, but also merino, so no cold for Sarah today. Phew. So let's go outside quickly before I get way too overheated. Then I always get a little bit grumpy. I prefer to be to feel cold than to feel overheated. So yeah, I'm an autumn person, a winter person. And with this walk on a beautiful sunny autumn day in the Netherlands, I want to end this episode. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!